Oh, hello. There's cameras in the cab and you're tracked everywhere you go. I calculated risk, but he done well there. He's really poking it. We're getting right over. People didn't seem to be able to fathom how heavy 44 tonne is. Morning, Sweet Pea. Welcome back. Or just welcome if you've never seen me before. My name's Jay, and today I'm a Class 1 truck driver. And I will show you the load in a sec. Because you're seeing it for the first time as I'm seeing it for the first time. I did not load this. I did not strap it down. So, yeah. That's what we're checking for. That hook right there. And obviously, make sure there's sufficient amount of straps on it. It looks to be fine. Usually the guys are spot on with the ratchet straps. That's my rigid over there. I brought that back last night. Failed delivery. I'm blaming the boss man because he had me swap trailers over before I left to go to that drop. I got there at 4 o'clock and the guys were all gone. So, his fault. I reckon if he hadn't got me changed trailers, I would have made it. But hey ho. If you don't know what you're looking at, that is rebar for building sites. That is all I deliver. Mesh and rebar, and well, the accessories that go with it. But anybody who've ever seen concrete, I've been somewhere just like it. I'll show you my rigid load. But that's mesh. And that's the kind of accessories that go with it. So there, I think there's 200 high steels there. They stand them up like they would stand them on the floor on there. And then a single sheet of mesh would sit on top of them. So obviously they'd have a few of them on the deck. That mesh goes on top, so they're 150s I think. So 150 millimetres high, which keeps the mesh 150 millimetres into the middle of the concrete as they pour it. We've got a bit of a special delivery today. We're going to RAF Lossiemouth. Ooh, check that. No, that's fine. Check this one. That's not going to go anywhere. So, first protocol is, well, fix that. I could do that now actually. Let's see if I can not pull a hamstring. There we go. The other ones are fine as well. So, we'll get this pulled out. I'll get my checks done and whatnot. And then we'll hit the road. And we'll see how that goes. It's blazing sunshine out here, but that doesn't mean it's in Highlands it's going to be the same. Many a video has been disappointed by chucking it down when I get on the road. Hopefully not though. Right, that should be a wee quick time lapse of 1/2 in my checks. You can see it's not everybody makes it out to be. It's not this big bad scary thing. The Bible, gotta live by it. It's a defect book. So if there's any defects, anything wrong with the truck, it goes in here. There is no defects with my truck because she's a Volvo. It's just 6 o'clock now. We got in at 20 to 6. So if you know anything about trucks, you'll have heard the you must do 15 minutes of other work for your checks. That's not a legal requirement. Your checks take as long as they take. It's that simple. I've got a basic flatbed and a bog standard unit, so it does not take 15 minutes to check it over. 8 or 9 minutes maybe max. A lot of people will throw it at you that, oh, it's legal requirement to do 15 minutes. Ask them to show you where it says that. Bet they can't find it. There is companies out there who require you to do 15 minutes of other work. But some guys have said they don't care what you do in 15 minutes. Go and have a cup of tea, whatever. Just show 15 minutes. Now, if you show 2 minutes of other work at the start of your day and say, oh, that was my daily checks, they might turn around and say to you, show us how you checked the whole truck over in 2 minutes. In which case you're screwed, you're not going to be able to, are you? So, yeah, don't do that. Just give it a quick visual check, make sure nothing's hanging off, make sure all your lights work. Obviously make sure you've got enough fuel for the journey, which I'm just now looking at. The only reason I'm just looking now is because obviously usually I'm the only driver of this truck, so usually I know. But when I parked it up yesterday to go and run out in the rigid, it had less than a quarter of a tank, so I asked my supervisor to fill it up, and I asked the boss man if the supervisor had filled it up when I was on my way back, and he thought he had. So yeah, just now when I mentioned that I thought, oh, I better double check it has filled it up. He's a good lad, he's a good lad. Oh, blazing sunshine, nothing better for the kind of speak and get all excited. Nothing better when you're doing a run up north than blazing sunshine. But we'll keep our fingers crossed, folks, because that doesn't mean to say it's going to be blazing sunshine up there. Right, we're only about 1.5 miles along the road, but the first thing we need to do once we get out on the road is stop. Rebar has a really bad tendency to settle, which makes all your ratchet straps come loose. So we're going to stop here, we'll get the hazards on, we'll get the beacons on, and we will chill right here. It's 6:08 in the morning, so the bus lane does not apply, so technically everybody should be in this lane, but they never are in Edinburgh. They don't know how bus lanes work. They're very confusing things, bus lanes, for people. I don't think this stuff will settle too much. There is a fair bit of bending on it, but four clicks. Oh, we're getting a few on that. The always dairy is too short. The tail, this tail, should be about 1 metre. They've got half that. Shove that up there. This one should be alright. There you go. Now if I'd done this before I left, I would have barely got anything on them. We'd be lucky to get one click. But they've settled sufficiently. There you go. Right, we shouldn't have to worry about them now. That should be it. There we go. Hazards off, beacons off, handbrake off, cyclist gone. Right, it should take us about 4 hours. I've just lost satellite reception. It's been doing this a lot lately. Doing my boxing. Probably just needs a wee refresh because it is a couple of years old now. I just use it like a confidence thing anyway. I don't fully trust it. Neither should you, folks. There are a lot of new drivers out there who are using their twat nav to replace their brain. Oh, come on, baby. Big power moves. So curb, watch your lights, curb's good, car's not coming. There we go. We will get on the road. We're not even anywhere near the Highlands yet, folks. And already my wee heart is just exploding. I love drops like this. Just the peace and tranquility of it all. I know that sounds real, what's the word I'm looking for? Real mushy, but this is our country. If you're living down in the lowlands, folks, and you've never been north, go north. Our country is just phenomenal. I didn't understand why people go abroad to get all these amazing scenic routes and places. Just go north. We're not even that far yet. Oh, hello. That's not a good sign. I hope he's coming off the motorway. Oh no. Hey, it's 7:05 and we're heading into the gateway to the Highlands, Perth. So, if you can't tell, I'm stupidly happy right now. We just crept up that hill there at like 35 mile an hour. I could have been faster, but the old concrete mixer in front of us decided to really tone it right down as he was coming round onto the M90. I don't know why, but I guess they're a little bit top heavy, and given recent events on those flyovers, kind of can't blame them. But it's what it is, I suppose. But we need to make a stop so I can phone my customer, because I've got a note with my paperwork saying I must call as early as possible to let them know my arrival time. I feel like calling this early and getting them an arrival time would probably be a mistake, because you just never know. With A9 there could be a lot of roadworks, could be accidents, could be anything. So I could have phoned them at 4:30 this morning when I woke up right enough, but I don't think he would have appreciated that very much. Hey, 7:25, we are on the A9. Happy days. I never thought I'd be saying I'd be happy to be on the A9, but it's been so long. I think the last serious run I had up the A9 was away last year. Which is rare, because usually I'm up and doing this all the time until I started. That's one of the reasons I started YouTube, because I was always up in the Highlands somewhere, 82, 85, A9, even the M90 heading up into Aberdeen and whatnot. And then started YouTube, and just all the drops just fell right off a cliff. Just in and out of Glasgow all the time. Which is fine, I don't mind. But this industry has got such a bad name right now, like proper in the mud name, and I'm so bored of hearing it, because I didn't get it. I don't know if it's just a certain amount of people have come into the industry because of the government's big promises of £70,000 a year, and it's no delivering on that, or what, but so many people are saying, oh, I would say get into this. Don't get in it for money. There's easier ways to make money. But if you want a job that you're going to enjoy, truck driving's the way to go, like. In my eyes, anyway. Obviously, that's just personal experience. But there's a lot of the drivers are treated like animals, and we're not trusted, and there's cameras in the cab, and you're tracked everywhere you go. It's just, I didn't see how that's an issue. I mean, cameras in the cab, what are you trying to hide? Being tracked? Oh, are you lazy? You're trying to park up in laybys and now you're getting caught? I didn't understand it. Now, I can't speak for personal experience because I didn't have any cameras in the cab. And there's a tracker on the rigid. There was a tracker on this. Is traffic stopping, or? No, it's just a lad pulling in. It is. But my boss doesn't know how to log into them. Well, he tells me he doesn't know how to log into them. Maybe he does. But I mean, I've told him I'm not really fussed logging into it. What you want? I've got nothing to hide. The cameras that are in the cab, the big thing that people keep going on, it's an invasion of privacy, an invasion of privacy. This is where we live and sleep. As far as I'm led to believe, the cameras that are in the cab, they're only there while the truck is moving. The one that I'm not too keen on is the AI one. There is one that points at your face. It'd be up there where your dash cam is, and that points at your face, and it'll bell your office if you've looked away from the road for any longer than 3 seconds. I just think that's just silly. Using AI to try and trap drivers for silly reasons. I've said it myself before, when I'm out looking for building sites and all that, I'm creeping about looking, eyes are all over the place. You're in built up areas, you're not just concentrating on what's in front of you, it's what's beside you, it's what's on this side of you, what's behind you. So I feel like they could get a lot of false positives for that AI camera thing. That is for the trackers and that, and the normal cameras in the cabinet. Tell that to the office workers. How many office workers are working underneath a camera right now? 24/7, or however long they're in the office for. I hope they're not in for 24/7. What a terrible job that would be. But you get what I mean? For the whole shift, they're on camera. Their boss at any second can switch it on and have a look, see what they're all up to. So, I mean, why should HGV drivers be any different to them? Yeah, so I don't sleep in a cab, but obviously there is a lot of drivers that do sleep in the cab all week. Well, I said that the cameras are only active while the truck's moving, and the tracker thing, you could almost go as it kind of helps you keep safe. I've lost count of the amount of posts on Facebook, companies asking if somebody can go and check on a driver who was last known to be parked up in this lay-by or parked up in this services. They can't get a hold of him, he's not got to his delivery. And it turns out that the driver's had a medical episode, no longer with us. That happens way more often than I would like to see. But if they had trackers on their trucks, they would know exactly where he is. They could phone the police and say, we need a welfare check, this driver hasn't moved, he was supposed to set off this morning, he's not moved yet, we can't get a hold of him. Maybe some of the drivers would still be with us. So, I mean, there you go, lad. A calculated risk, but he done well there. We all know what the A9's well known for, folks, eh? And it's not the beautiful scenery. I didn't mind a nice clean overtake. I'm no qualms against people making progress, but some of them, the level of patience that some people have got lasts about that long, and then they're away pulling dodgy risks. And it's usually right after a nice big long straight where they've hesitated and went, well, I want to, no, I don't know if I'll make it. Blind corner comes up, stuff it, I'm going for it, I've waited long enough. And there is a video of that happening to me somewhere on my channel. You also got the one in the truck. That was quite a big hit, that one. Absolutely mountains of people slated me for posting it, but it is what it is. I said, if you're new here, I try and show it as it happens, how it is. It's not always glorious sunshine and gorgeous views. Sometimes there is a bit of stupidity. Sometimes it's me that's being stupid. Mostly it's other people being stupid. Somebody once said to me, you're a professional driver. What makes you a professional driver? It's not the manoeuvres you can do, it's not how tight you can get your truck to this or the next thing. It's 90% fixing other people's mistakes and 10% fixing your own. And it kind of rings true for me when you think about it. It's the amount of and I've suffered it myself as well, so that I'm not being all high and mighty, but the amount of videos of truck drivers getting road rage and doing silly things, and then they get caught for it, his own camera, whatever, and they get pulled in front of the magistrate. So, I'm only a professional driver when I make a mistake, eh? So road rage and that's not really a mistake, is it? I've never done anything serious, but you know, I've caught myself on camera a few times. In fact, recently I actually cut it out of a video. Car in Edinburgh just past me and no more decided that the bus lane I shouldn't have been in, so he was coming into this lane at the end of the bus lane, and it just rolled right in front of me. So he got a lot of sweary words and horn beeps for me. But that's as far as it goes for me. And as quick as it happens, I let it go, because otherwise I'm just letting other people ruin my day, aren't I? Not wise to do that, is it? Just keep it in the back of your mind that every car around me, or every truck, everybody's just trying to get on with their day. They're trying to be places. Most of them are not thinking about you. Or you're just this big hunk of metal that's delaying them in their eyes. They didn't know me. They didn't know me as a person, so they're not thinking like that. Anyway, I'm waffling shite now, so. He's really poking it. We're getting right over. I really fancied that, doing the heavy haulage and that, and then I saw how much red tape comes with it, and I believe right now that they're getting a wee bitty picked on. So if you don't know how it works, they get a movement order, and they have to stick to it. Basically, it's a sort of a route that they must use. And for what I understand, they're not always the best thought out routes. There's various videos online, abnormal loads that have got stuck somewhere because the route wasn't very well planned. I don't know the ins and outs yet. If you've ever done heavy haulage, let me know, but that put me right off it. I thought it would be a great challenge, and then for what I understand, it's a lot more involved. I've seen a few videos of folks saying about how everybody thinks, oh, it's just great, you travel in the country pulling these abnormal loads and that, and 90% of the job itself is actually just spent in the prep work. That just doesn't appeal to me all that much. So I saw them out in the roads and thought, I fancy a bit of that, and then the more I looked into it, I thought, nah, that's no for me. That's is in Cairngorms National Park. This is once upon a time part of the Appalachian Mountains, allegedly, back when the continent was just Pangea. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So apparently we were all just part of one big land mass, and then we had a wee falling out and we all went our separate ways. But these mountains are a part of the Appalachian Mountains in America. So every day's a school day, folks. I'm not sure what you're learning is any use to you though. Right, it's 7 minutes to 8, and we're stuck behind a truck driver who thinks he's restricted to 40. I know it's only a 10 mile an hour difference, but I've got 4.5 hours to get to Lossiemouth. It takes me 4 hours because I can do 50 on the A9. I've got 46 miles to go before I turn off onto the A95, and he's sucking away all my time. So how it works with Lossiemouth, there's a separate VRC. It's nowhere near Lossiemouth. Well, it is near, but it's not like a usual VRC. So a VRC is just a visitor reception centre. It's where we go to get the passes so we can get onto the airbase. And they give us a map or whatnot, or the escort comes and collects us for there, or they tell us what crash gate to go to. No, he's picked it up now, or either that has just been lit to go far in front. But if you don't know, if you've never done deliveries like this, it's a bit of a faff about. You got to go into the VRC, you hand over your licence, you watch like a video. It's all on safety procedures, whatnot, what to do, different alarms, blah de blah blah. And I can't remember if this place does it or not, but some of them will actually give you a test at the end of it to make sure you've been paying attention to the video. And if you didn't pass the test, you didn't get in, you've got to watch the video again. And you keep doing that until you pass the test. So I'd really want to get up there in the 4 hours, so that gives me half an hour to get onto the airbase, and then I'll have nothing to do with the tip, as it were. So hopefully I'll get the driving reset. If not, we'll need to come out of the airbase and try and find somewhere to reset the driving, and then I can obviously head back down the road. But this lad doing 40, I might have been a bit premature in calling him out on that there. It was maybe just he's maybe just got an underpowered truck that was really struggling on that hill. I mean, I'm nearly loaded. We've got 26.5 ton of rebar on, so we're like 3 ton shy of what I can take. So I'm about 41 and a bit ton, something like that. And I wasn't really struggling to get up the hill. She dropped the gear, but she was holding speed fine. I could have accelerated more. I was holding back on her a bit. So he's maybe just got an underpowered truck. I've just called it. Yes, drivers only doing 40 on A9. Oh, now I've mentioned this before about wobble boxes and whatnot. That's the other thing we could encounter. Wobble boxes, especially once we get onto the A95. If there's wobble boxes and that, they go very slowly. Again, no slating them. I understand everybody's skill at driving is different. I'm trying to reinforce this thing, because the last time, like I said, I got slated for it. But most folk will say, "Oh, what's the difference at 10 mile an hour?" Really, but for me, it's a lot. I've got 185 miles from Edinburgh to Lossiemouth, so that 10 miles an hour makes a massive difference. Most folks, when they're out in the car, they do like an hour max. So 10 mile an hour to you is neither here nor there, really. If you're only travelling for an hour, it's not a great big hoo-ha. And the perfect example of how quickly that goes out the window for car drivers is the A9. You get about 15-20 seconds of patience for people, and then they're pulling all manner of crap to try and get past you, and they can only do 60. So again, it's only a 10 mile an hour difference, but they're not having it. They very quickly want to get the foot down and start doing all manner of nonsense. It's scary, some of the crap people pull up here. They think nothing trying to overtake you on blind bends and that. And the ironic thing is, when the A9 was built, and I read this online, so again, it's second-hand information, these long sweeping bends were done on purpose to aid safety, allegedly. So obviously, back when the A9 was built, cars weren't all that powerful, so it discouraged people from overtaking in certain areas. But now, there's no too many cars out there on the roads who can't pull off a quick overtake on a truck. There is folk who don't know how to put the foot down, I'll say that much, but most, even the 1 litre cars, they're plenty powerful enough to overtake a truck quick enough, but not on blind bends. Do it on the straights. I'll never understand folk who think, I can't see anything, there's probably nothing coming, I'll just go for it. Because if it's me you meet coming the other way, you're not making it. I'll probably be alright. My cab's designed to just shear off and roll away into a field. I'll get some cuts and bruises, maybe at worst I'll get broken bones, but if you go into the front of me and my cab just flies off into the distance, I'll still have my seatbelt on. You have no chance. I am right now about 40 ton of pure steel and 1 ton of rubber and wiring and flesh. That's about it. So this is no giving it anywhere. Front to back, this thing is rock solid. It'll plough through you like you're not even there. People didn't seem to be able to fathom how heavy 44 ton is and how much force it'll take when it hits something. They just see this great big truck that's in their way, and they get on it. Right, it's 10 past 8. I switch you on very quickly because one, views. It's just love it. I don't know how anybody can say that they get sick of seeing this. It's just a different world up here, isn't it? It's amazing. Anyway, the second reason I switch you on is because I have tried once again to phone my customer. As I said, now coming up 10 past 8. No answer. His phone is switched off. Why give me instructions to phone as early as possible and then have your phone switched on. I guarantee you what's probably going to find out is this lad is on holiday, or this lad no longer works for this company, and that's the phone number. They just keep getting out. This happens all the time. Must phone the customer before arrival. You try and phone, they either didn't answer or the phone's switched off. So if I get to this VRC, I don't even know who my customer is. This whole job has been ordered through a builder's merchant. It's I believe it's about 100 ton. Right, so I've got the first 26.5 ton it. So 4 loads gone up. I don't think I'll do them all, to be honest. We're using an outside haulier to do a wee bit of work as well, because we've got a lot of big jobs on it at the minute, and obviously I can't do them all myself, because we also have all the wee guys that we deliver to. So I'm actually really surprised he gave me this one, because the outside haulier, he's got multi-drop. It's only two, so it's not the end of the world, but still, usually they gave me all the multi-drop, and then use the outside haulier to do the bulk work, the full loads, one delivery. But not this time. They gave me this, and I am thankful for it. Right, we finally made it to the A95 turn off. Superb, kissed it. We're on 2 hours 44 minutes driving, which means my backside is hurting now. It's kind of like Chinese water torture, you know, where they strap somebody down and the water just drips on their forehead, and you think, that doesn't sound too bad. Wee droplets of water just on your forehead. Once you've endured a few hours of that, it's agony. And it's the same sitting in this seat. It's very comfortable, and it's got a nice gentle bounce to it. But that constant bounce on my tailbone ends up, it's really sore. I'm not stopping though. I'm just going to endure the pain. I always do. But it's fine. As soon as I get stopped and I get out, all goes away. And it usually only takes 5-10 minutes walking about for it to disappear. But it's just something I've grown used to. I don't know if it's specific to me or if everybody it happens to. But so as soon as I hit that sort of 2.5 hour mark, sitting in the seat, it gets pretty rough. Maybe it's just the type of trucks I'm driving. I don't know. It's a lot worse than the rigid, because like I said, the rigid, when she's empty, might as well not have any suspension at all. You feel everything. The Arctic is a lot more comfortable, so you can last a bit longer before it starts to hurt. Right now, I can feel every millimetre in my tailbone, which is not great. And you'd think it would be alright, because I have a good sized cushion around it, you know? I'm not a small lad. Right, 9:05, we're in Grantown-on-Spey, famous for, I have no idea. It does have a museum though, just saw a sign for one. if that's your kind of thing. Not sure what kind of museum though, it did not say. The weather picked up again, folks, thank God. I once I met an American uptown when I was out drinking, and born and bred in California, moved here in his 40s, wished he'd lived here all his life, and I was a lot younger then, and I couldn't for the life of me fathom out why anybody would move from California to Scotland. And he summed it up with the weather. He thought it was amazing that you could get up in the morning, put on shorts and t-shirt, go out and get every season in one day. Snow, rain, sunshine, blizzards, wind. He said in California every morning you woke up, you put your shorts and your t-shirt on, and you knew what the weather was going to be like. He said it was boring. Sounds good to me, like. I could still go for that kind of weather in Scotland. But then I suppose we wouldn't have all that water for all that whiskey, would we? I believe this is a part of the Whiskey Trail. Don't quote me on that. I don't want to get shot down for misinformation. But I believe this is part of the Whiskey Trail, all the way up to Edinburgh, I think it is. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pulling it out my ass at this point, folks. Aye, part of the whiskey trail. We're on 3 hours and 3 minutes driving, and oh God, I really want to stop and just get a wee 5 minutes, but I really didn't want to stop because, let's say, the time constraints on this are very tight. I did try once more to phone the customer. His phone is still switched off, so I think there'll be a sufficient amount of missed calls from myself for him to eventually phone me back, hopefully. I think there's a car upside down in this field. Oh, there's police tape, that's fine. Thought I was going to have to get my cape on and rescue someone that stole the wheels. No way! Somebody's came and stole the wheels. Ah, the things we see, folks. I thought maybe it was a recent event. I read a thing once. There's a father and son. Their car had crashed off the road and went into the side of the road, flipped over, and they both died. But the son was older. I don't know, it doesn't make. It wasn't a kid. But they were in there for over a month before anybody stopped to check why the car hadn't been recovered yet. They had been reported missing, obviously, but no car or anything turned up. They were lying on the side of the road, upside down. They were a wee bit out of the way, but they were visible. And I've always made it a point that when I go past things like that, because it happens a lot, believe it or not. You go past a lot of cars that are upside down or in a ditch somewhere. Just check, make sure it's not just happened. Right, it's 2010. We're on 3 hours 37 minutes driving. We're in Forres. We just got to turn right, get on to the A96. This can be a bit of a pain in the backside to get out into. We're still in power mode. We've been in power mode all the way up, but she likes to knock herself into economy mode all the time. It's kind of frustrating. I just want to stay in power mode the whole time. He's turned in. That's no, that's not. That's a no-go. Is this artic got to be turned on? Oh, we're going for it. There is a van coming, but he's quite far away, so hopefully he gets the message. Ah, he's fine. He's slowed down. I didn't mean like slammed on his brakes nearly up my backside, slowed down. He slowed down enough. But it's just a 40 road, but a lot of folks will batter along here 50, 60 mile an hour. Obviously it changes to a national speed limit here, but just purely because of that section, it's a 40. Right, it's just coming up 10:15. There was roadworks. Would you Adam and Eve, eh? Brilliant. So we're on 4 hours, 4 minutes driving, and we're about 3 miles away from the VRC. I believe Trucker Jono got caught out with us. If any of you watch his stuff, he came up here, and he done the same as me the first time I came up. He went straight to the main gates, which is a new. Forgive me a sec while I just concentrate, because we're about 300 yards away from it. There you go. See, it says it there on the left, RAF Lossiemouth, but that's not the main gate. See, it should tell you that wee yellow board, I think, will be the VRC sign, right? I did not know, it doesn't it, actually. It says about holiday homes and some such nonsense. But I didn't know that the VRC was so far away from the base. Usually they're at the main gate or just outside the main gate. But this vlog will be all about the journey, folks, not the destination. In case you hadn't figured it out by the time you've got to this point, there will be no banter on sites. There will be no dodgy manoeuvres or tight reverses or viewing of the tip-in, because it's an RAF base. I will be naked when I get on site. Electronically speaking, that's the face you just pulled, innit? Electronically speaking, I will be completely naked. I believe they take everything off of you, so not a lot I can do about that, folks. But to be honest, there wouldn't really be much for you to see manoeuvre-wise or that on site. Obviously, the cool stuff would be like the fighter jets and whatnot. The last time I was up here, they were all out in force, and there was even a big, massive, is that a C-130? That took off. You would not believe how loud one of them things are up close. Well, you might actually, you might believe it. Yeah, insanely loud. But obviously, I mean, I could just record because the cameras are in the cab. Who's got to see them? But you know, I don't want to get done for fraud. Fraud? No, not fraud. What would it be? Treason? Would it be that? You didn't have to, but thanks anyway. Nah, it's not going to be treason, is it? Hold on, this bus man. Hello.
Hello, how are you getting on?
I'm about 5 minutes away from the VRC. Garth has his phone switched off, so they do not know I'm here. And I do not know who our customer is, so this is going to be interesting when I get to the VRC and they go, who you down there? I don't know. Do you have a contact number?
Civils.
UB Civils. Well, that's a good start. That is a good start.
Right, okay, doke. I will go back to James and tell him that Gareth had his phone turned off all morning.
Yes.
No problem at all.
Yes, it's still switched off. He'll have about 10 missed calls for me.
Right, okay, doke. Cheers.
Right, cheers, bye.
Cheers, bye.
Ah, so it is Gareth, not Garth. It does say Garth on my paperwork. Anyway, what was I saying? I wanted to, what did I say? Fraud. It's obviously no fraud. It's no espionage because I'm not meaning to spy. Treason? I don't know. What would it be, folks? Anybody know? What do you get done for? Recording on air bases when you're not supposed to. Somebody's got to come in and be like, now. They just tell you to take video, they get done. But there's some very cool fighter jets and whatnot in there, and I really, really wish I could record on it. Same with all these air bases and that I go to, and army bases and all that. There's always some really cool stuff lying about, and I'm just like, oh, can't record. Oh, but we're on Drainy Road. We now have a customer name, UB Civils, which is who I believe I delivered to the last time I was up here. They didn't come to us often, but when they do, it's always good sized jobs. But this is the VRC is just around this corner, and there is a car absolutely hammering around here. Mate, see me, please. He's slowed down. There we go. Be all the RAF boys, eh? That's two women. Right, it'll be all the RAF boys, eh? After a day out in their jets, they jump into a car and are like, slow as balls. What's this nonsense? We'll get the beacons on. I don't really know why, but we'll get them on anyway. Warning, ice. I bloody hope not. It's 15 degrees. Oh. Cars. HGV. We'll just pull a big spinny and get ourselves lined up in one of the bays. Preferably the one next to him. There is one lone toilet there. Oh no, it's not there anymore. He used to be. Has he moved off? No, he's not. Shoot right past him, then curl her in. There we go. So you didn't even need to see any manoeuvres in the VRC. I switch these off and out, and then I will go and speaketh to the people and figure out where I'm going. Okay, folks, I was wrong. Not only am I not naked, electronically speaking, there was no tests or videos or anything to watch. I got this instead. I can't actually show you this because, you know, national security and all that. But this is what I get. Stick that in the window. I think I can show you that side.
Hi.
Alright, Marker.
Got your pass?
I've got my pass.
Okay, follow me then.
I've got 19 minutes driving left. You good with that?
Yep.
We'll be alright?
Take you 5-10 minutes to get in there.
No problem. There we go. Now let's hope that he realises that I'm 41 ton Arctic. I will not be able to go fast. Let's see, let's just follow and see what happens. He says it'll take us 10 minutes to get in. I hope he means right on site and not just in the gate. 4 hours 11, my 4 hours 15 drive time marker is going to go off the now. Where are we going? We're going right? Yes, we are. We'll get it in power mode anyway, because I feel like this lad is just going to go flying and forget I do not have the capacity to speed off like he does. Oh, that was some of the airbase here. Is that illegal? Nah, because there's plane spotters and that sit outside here all the time, isn't there? I think they get moved on with the military police, so that would be my drive time alarm. 4 hours 15. On the left there is the main gate, which is where I went to. Oh, we're going in the main gate. Oh! I better switch these off. Done and done. I couldn't have worked out any better, folks. I got in there with, I think I had 8 minutes left driving time. And then got parked up, I got all my ratchet straps off. I got them rolled up and they came out and started tipping it. And it took them exactly 46 minutes to get it off. So we went a minute over our 45, which is what we always do anyway, just in case. Winning. Right, if you made it alright to this point of the video, thank you very much. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. I know I probably should have asked earlier in the video. I probably missed loads of subscribers out, because there's about 60% of my viewers that aren't actively subscribed just now, but they keep coming back to watch the videos. So if that's you, whack that button and get your notifications on and come along for the ride, because my country is absolutely stunning and I love showing it off. And in between the times you get to watch me be an idiot and try and pretend like I'm some kind of professional. I've got an itchy back. But my tailbone has been reset as well. It's no longer in pain. I say I just need that wee 5 minutes. It's 25 to 12 now. I'm gonna get back about 4 o'clock-ish. So as what it is. I believe I'm got a Stranraer tomorrow, so that'll be another good one. I will actually be able to film on site there. I don't know what it is I'm going to. I don't think it's another wind turbine or that. Every time I go to Stranraer, it seems to be for a wee wind turbine for a farm or something, but I don't think that's what it is this time. I can't remember who it is I'm going for, but I know the company. They're not in the habit of doing too many wind turbines. No, it's just it'll be a wind turbine. It's only 7 ton, but it's on the urban trailer. And then when I come back, I'm going to go out in the rigid with that stuff that you saw this morning. I'm going to try and get that delivered, because the lads were not on site there. I landed at like 5 to 4 or something, I think it was, or it was 4 o'clock, something like that. Ended up buggered off home already. Boss man's fault if you ask me. Like I said, he got me to swap trailers over and that. My supervisor, he is an ex-driver, class 1 driver. He's let his licence expire, so he does know how to do trailer swaps and that, and he knows how to drive an Arctic. So boss man deemed me having enough time to do it. I didn't think I would have enough time to do that and get the drops done, and I was correct. To be honest, I thought he was going to be correct, because like turning up at 5 to 4 and the guys aren't at work, like what? Were they like part-time? What builders do that? Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video and you're a regular viewer and you want to support me other than just watching, you can scan the wee QR code that'll be on the screen and you can buy me a wee coffee. Although, to be fair, now I'm not having a coffee in the morning and then it's diluting juice the rest of the day. I used to just drink just plain water, but I've upgraded now. I like a wee bit of diluting juice. I can't drink fizzy juice, I hate it. It's far too sweet for me. But, I like a wee bit of diluting juice. So if you want to scan that, you can get to the website. So, cheers mate, thank you. Still have my beacons on, folks. If you want to do that, you can. If you're skint as balls like me, your likes, comments, share it, share the videos, subscriptions, they all help as well. Pushing for the 3,000 subscribers. I'm like 96 away, folks. That's nuts. I can't go that. Like, and I know there's going to be people saying, "What's 3,000 subs on you go, mate." I know I'm no big fish on YouTube. I just never expected that many people would be interested in what I've got to say and do on my daily drives. But clearly something's resonating somewhere with people, because 3,000. I thought 1,000 people, I was like, I'm getting the sympathy subs. People are like, oh, look, this poor bugger thinks he could be something. And then 2,000 subs, I was like, they've got to start realising it now and be like, oh, let's just unsub for this guy. 3,000 subs, I've got to start thinking there's something to it, right? I must be doing something right. Nearly 3,000 people. So if that's one of you guys and you're already subbed, thank you. I appreciate it immensely. And hopefully I can continue bringing you decent videos. Hopefully this one goes down well. I'm not sure how well it's going to go down. Like I said, there's just a lot of clips. It's not so much about what I'm talking about, because what I'm talking about is just generally shite all the time. It's more just the country, the views, the places I go. They're just out of this world. And if I had never become a truck driver, I would never have known any of this existed, folks, because if my missus had ever said to me, do you want to go to the Highlands for a holiday, I'd have laughed in her face. I couldn't have thought anything worse before I become a truck driver. See now, this would be one of my first picks. Come away up north. Doesn't need to be anywhere special. The problem we've got is I'm a right country bumpkin. I love the countryside and the wildlife. My missus, she likes the creature comforts. Now, it's not so much like, she's not a townie, how do I put it? She likes the countryside and all that as well, but mostly just due to illness and all that, it's a real struggle for her to get around in the countryside. So she occasionally watches my videos as well, so if she sees this one, she's going to moan at me, because like I said, whereas I couldn't give a toss what anybody knows anything about me, my missus is very, very, very private. She scolded me for the last time I mentioned her in the video. She said I didn't want me doing that. But anyway, I'm waffling shite again, so thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. I appreciate your subscriptions, your comments. I read every comment. I try and reply to every comment, good and bad. I understand not everybody's going to like me, not everybody's going to agree with my opinions on things, and they're entitled to that. I'm not going to get butthurt just because somebody doesn't agree with the way I've done something or what I've said about something. I'm totally fine with that. Anyway, I will catch you in the next one.